Good morning, USA. This is a special later morning edition. It'll be a shorter version, as well. Things are moving at the speed of lightning right now for me. Give me 1 second. I have some amazing news for you. Anybody remember the old days, video gaming? You had, you had the ColecoVision, you had the Intellivision, and you had maybe one or two other kind of side ones. You also had Atari, which was the biggest one in its day, in its heyday. And, well, it turns out that the company Atari has been secretly working on something. Let me share just a brief bit of information, and it's all the information I can find right now on it. Hang tight. Okay, let's do that again, shall we? Anyway, you guys want to see more, go to AtariBox.com. And no, I'm not being paid for this. I just thought it was very interesting, very unique. Because it's an older company and they're now representing that they're getting back into the hardware business. A new fella has essentially taken over the company by the name of Chesnius. I believe it's Robert Chesnius, and he I found the article on VentureBeat. Unfortunately, I can't pick it up via my other device here. Again, I'm doing this kind of in a sort of odd way. I usually upload these via another computer, but I have to use my trusty old tablet, and obviously the phone isn't working quite like the tablet as far as bringing things up on the internet. Excuse me. But anyway, the website I just showed you was AtariBox.com. If you want more information, they will give it to you directly. Go to AtariBox.com and sign up for email news alerts, or email alerts for any additional news. I think this is going to be something to not only perhaps play retro gaming, but in the retro games, the older games, but as well to compete with the newer systems. If it's being based on PC technology of today, then this could be something real big. So stay tuned, watch Atari. It is apparently the parent company is a company called Infogrames, but they are all now Atari, and the Infogrames name was dropped for Atari because of the popularity and the synonymous, it had a lot better, the word Atari, the name Atari, had a lot better, let's say, recognition than Infogrames. So Infogrames, the company early on, changed their name to Atari and essentially bought the company, but now a new fella has stepped up and bought the company. And they are now, if they weren't before, they are now headquartered in New York. I believe it's New York City, New York. And a fellow by the name of, I believe his first name is Robert, but his last name is Chesnius, and not sure I have that completely right. But stay tuned for developments from Atari. Anyway, let's see if we can get on a little bit further news. Apparently, Don Jr., President Trump's son, is going before the Senate. to, you know, testify, I guess. Folks, I believe this is a bunch of BS. It's gotta stop. We've got to figure out a way to stop this nonsense. These people are obstructing the President of the United States, our President, our duly elected President, Trump. And it is unfair to his administration, his family. All the garbage they've been put through since being elected is just wrong. It is plain wrong. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you think, I don't care what you believe. What this president and his family and his administration have gone through, it's just plain wrong. I mean, especially his family, him and his family, just people outright bullying him and his family. And his youngest son, Barron, those people ought to be absolutely ashamed of themselves. That's just not right. It is horrible the way some people can treat others. And the liberal libertards out there, you listen to me. God will bring you to justice. He will bring you liberal libertards to justice. You know, freaking well. Don't forget. God has his eye on you. Alright, so how about we'll get on with a little bit of weather. We'll try to make this a short video, and I'm going to try to get these going a little earlier in the morning here once I get moving on it. Current weather, current conditions for Traverse City, Michigan. If you live in that area, our temperature is 62, high is 77, feels like 62. Closest lightning strike is 468 miles. Your winds are 0. No gusts. And, so let's go to Sherwood, Maryland. If you live somewhere in the eastern shore of Maryland, you are at 80 degrees with the current temperature of 80, with feels like of 84, high 84. Again, if you live in those areas with a higher heat index, please hydrate yourself well. Keep yourself hydrated. Your winds are at 5 miles an hour with gusts at southeast 7 miles an hour. Closest lightning strike 223 miles away. If you live on the eastern shore of Maryland. Naples, Florida. Your current temperature is 82 degrees. It feels like of 90. You are very, 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 very hot out there. Please hydrate yourself well. Your expected high today is 87 in Naples, Florida. Low is 76. And your winds are north at 7 miles an hour. No gusts. Your closest lightning strike is 20 miles away. Please monitor storms in your area in Naples, Florida. You maybe get hit with a thunderstorm or two. Stay alert. If you live anywhere near Clarkson, Georgia, your temperature currently is 76 with a feels like of 76, high at 83, low is 72. It is currently raining out there apparently, with winds at 0 miles an hour. I don't know how that's possible. Your closest lightning strike, if you live in Clarkson, Georgia, or fairly nearby, 65 miles away is the closest lightning strike. Please stay alert. So if you live in Big Rapids, Michigan, your current temp is 62, feels like 62, high 76, low 54. Current wind is at 0, north at 0, looks like. Closest lightning strike to Big Rapids, Michigan is 449 miles away. No need to worry there. So let us go on to northwestern Illinois. We'll do that one. Current temperature is 62 if you live in northwestern Illinois. Your feels like is 62, high is 72, low is 63, 7 mile an hour north winds. Your closest lightning strike if you live in northeastern Illinois is 325 miles away. Alright, how about a little news? And keep in mind, friends, I'm doing this on a very low budget. Extremely low budget. Right now my computer's not working, so I have my tablet. My trusty old Samsung. And she's working hard. Okay, so let's see here. We'll bring up at least one quick little update here. Anyway, so I hope all are doing well today, and stay tuned, folks. Grab yourself a coffee and sit back. Okay, so anyway, it looks like we have this is in the Western Journalism breaking news, best of the week. Maine lawmaker, which is the state of Maine, lawmaker vows to personally make Trump a half-term president. 4 weeks after the shooting of House Majority Whip Steve Scalise inspired. 4 weeks after the shooting of House Majority Whip Steve Scalise inspired. Trump is a half-term president by Jack Davis. Okay. 4 weeks after shooting of House Majority Whip Steve Scalise inspired calls for a less violent tone in American politics, a Maine lawmaker has publicly used language implying a physical threat against President Donald Trump. Trump is a half-term president at most, especially if I ever get within 10 feet of the Democratic state rep, I think he was calling Scott Hannon, posted on Facebook in the closing section of a long rant against Trump and his supporters. He's an admitted rapist, Hannon wrote. Would you be okay with leaving him alone in a room with your wife? Whereas Donald Trump is concerned, I'm completely okay with leaving him with my kids. He's not the bad man. The Democrats, the ones who are threatening him and his family, are the bad people. They are the bad people. In the post, Hannon claims that Trump was installed by the Russians. Oh gosh, he was installed by the Russians. Oh my gosh. Okay, forget it. Forget it, Democrats. Forget it, liberals. You got nothing. You got nothing, liberals. Go sit in your dumpsters and forget about Trump. You can't make America great, then get out of the way. We're not talking about this. President Trump doesn't want to make he doesn't want to make people go away. He just wants things to be done in a legal way, and wants America to want to thrive once again. He wants people who live in America already to thrive again. He wants good old Americans, people who have worked hard, who have struggled to get here. He wants them to be able to thrive again. I know this because I've been, in that spectrum of being in poverty. I've been on that totem pole. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting to a point where I'm not quite at that level. But it's been a long fight. It's been a long fight on my part. So, anyway, don't like the truth he asked? Well then, F you, snowflake. You're effing... and you people are destroying America. No, it's the Democrats and liberals that are destroying America, if I am reading this correctly. Bear with me, folks. This is a little bit unusual for me here. Hannon wrote that 100% of intelligent Americans agree that Trump is a complete loser. That 100% of intelligent Americans. Where did he get that figure? All the intelligent Americans voted for Donald Trump. Anyways, the unintelligent ones, or the uninformed ones, they voted for Hillary Clinton. You know, maybe the somewhat informed ones might have voted for the man with the initials BS. Did I say that? Oops. This is not language I typically use. It does not reflect my personal values. And while misguided, it was intended to make it visceral. Please excuse me if I missed something. The Democrat apologized for his remarks Wednesday. This is not language I typically use. It does not reflect my personal values. And while misguided, it was intended to make a visceral point about the devolving political disclosure in America, Hannon said. You know what, folks? I'm going to stop right there because the guy's full of shit. He's absolutely full of... Did I say that? Well, I think I did. The guy is full of manure. He's got nothing and he knows it. Please, American patriots, those of you who voted for Donald Trump, those of you who want to see this nation be what it once was and thrive again financially, please stay alert, stay awake, stay hungry for the truth. Do everything you can. Do everything you can. Rise up, America. Rise up. What do I mean by that? We'll go into that here. Check out my previous videos, some of my previous videos. We've got to rise up and fight these loony liberal Democrats through filing petitions. Please make sure you go through the whitehouse.gov site for petitions. For me, I think that is the closest to the President of the United States, and he will probably see it first or see it more quickly than via other websites. But let's get those petitions out there. Let's do all that. And this is exactly what I mean by Rise Up America. And I will be referring to that now. There won't be too many videos with that name, what that title had, much longer. But this will probably be your new source for that information. So hang in there and stay tuned. And please either go to that whitehouse.gov petition site and look for petitions you can sign that will encourage our President Trump, and not only maybe even try to possibly even create one yourself. And let's get it out. Let's fight these losing liberal lunatics. Let's fight them. We were the resistance, and we are the resistance, and we will be the resistance. Not Democrats. They are fighting like they are, but they will lose. They will lose. Right? If you are an American patriot, stand up for yourselves. Don't let the liberal bullies push you around. Again, they behave exactly like fascists would. I don't know what else to say. I don't, they're creating that mess. The liberals are the ones who created that, trying to accuse other people of being fascist and that. It's just wrong. It's not right. But the liberal lunatics have created this mess. And it's time for us on the right, those American patriots and those who voted for good, to win over evil, or to beat evil, then you know what we gotta do. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna head on to my other job here. We'll try to get these out a little earlier with the Good Morning USA program, and so you can enjoy them a little bit earlier in the morning. Have a great day, and God bless. Take care now. This is Mr. Nick with Good Morning USA. Have a great day.